In early December of 2014, my wife and I received the results of an access to information request that we'd sent to Transport Canada. We had asked for information on approvals, inspections, and correspondence relating to Nova Scotia Aquaculture sites 1039 at Rattling Beach and 1040 at Port Wade. One of the documents that we received was from Cooke Aquaculture from the morning of May 27, 2013, regarding a fishing boat that was caught in ropes at their Port Wade site. Our complaint is that practically everything Cooke says in that email, this is to Transport Canada, the federal government, is either false or misleading. Cooke says this fishing boat was caught in a rope to a temporary mooring that they'd placed that morning. It is impossible that either of these ropes were placed that morning. As you will see later, the workers that could have done that job did not even arrive on the site until after this fishing boat was released and on its way. What was in place, about 100 to 150 meters outside of the lease, were several anchors that Cooke had placed in June of 2012 and more on April 18, 2013. It was ropes to those anchors that the fishing boat hit. You're looking at the east boundary of the lease. It's between the round yellow corner buoys. To the left of that, outside of the lease, is the feed barge, and farther outside is the fishing boat and the two ropes that it's caught in. The two Cooke employees on the red boat were there feeding the salmon. They were not involved in any other work on the site. Cooke says we immediately cleared the rope, but it wasn't until 45 minutes later that divers arrived from Digby. The fishing boat had been there from about 7:50 a.m. until it was freed by the divers at 8:50. Cooke said we allow fishers to set traps within the lease boundary. The only reason I can think of that they would add that statement is to imply that this incident happened on the lease, and that is clearly not true. Cooke said early that morning they had placed a temporary mooring, and that is what the fishing boat was caught in. That statement is completely untrue. It's now 8:56. The fishing boat has been released. It's been gone for about 5 minutes, and this is the Aqua Monarch and crew just arriving on the site now to begin work at the feed barge. When Transport Canada investigates a complaint, it is obvious that more has to be done than simply accepting the word of Cooke Aquaculture.